We'll hit this. Let's see what it brings up as the random pick. Could be. Could be. Play as Canada. There's no Canada, right? I'm not crazy. I don't think there's a Canada. Elizabeth could be a pick. Let's keep that in mind. What else does it randomly give us? The Assyrians. Very aggro-based. Ooh, minus 20 knowledge in our capital. But 25% build production in your capital. That's very interesting. One more click. I don't think I even clicked on this leader. I don't think I'd even noticed this person before. Hildegard von Bingen. Symbol of the Rhine. Monasteries give research, health, and happiness for each city. Okay, so religious game big. No way! Reptile. Oh my god. Yeah, so the I don't remember what it's called, but it's the Planetary Shield building, which for a long time I felt has been a completely useless building. It's nice to know it's got a point. And yeah, almost certainly we're going to be returning to Stellaris. Potentially we'll wait for the next story pack that's due out. But that might be the return to it because it would have been way too long. Hildegard has a good music YouTube channel? Bardcore? Hildegard von Blinken, the YouTube Bardcore artist? What? So there's a YouTube musician that's going by this name? Okay, we'll have to check them out afterwards. I'm wondering about. Oh, they're pacifist. I mean, come on. Oh wow, that is actually pretty rough. 10% research return on our capital, and merchant, which is very powerful. Prosperity, so we'll get money. Religion spread. Do we just play as Hildegard? So I'm gonna go and change the title to make it clear. Restarting on hard is what we're going to do. And I'll put another note in the what game. There we go. I think I like this. Yeah, she really is a pacifist. Like, we're actually going to have a hard time fighting an offensive war. Which actually sounds quite difficult. But let's do it. Got that. You know, I kind of don't want this gray outfit, and I'll tell you why. The nuns that literally ran my high school and were some of my teachers in high school had a gray habit like this, and it's honestly being like too triggering. I think we're gonna go with the brown that was selected over here. You know, there's the black, but it's like too stereotypical. We'll go with this over here. All right, I love it. I love it. It's nice to Germany not military production sim in this game. Yeah, it shakes them up. So, I think we will play on Duke. So I think that's a pretty good pick. So minimal bonuses and more hostile AI. So yeah, we were playing on normal, Earl over here. We're going to go over to Duke. And we'll play on a larger map. We'll play on medium. These are the settings that I was playing on my own here as Russia. So we had been playing on small, the default setting with Belgium. We're going to go up to medium over here. On small, it was defaulting to 8 nations. Here it's defaulting to 12. We could cram all the way up to 18, which is kind of a magic number. But I'm worried it might be a little too crowded. So I think I'm fine with maybe the default of 12 over here. 18? I mean, 18. See, the problem with going to 18 is the map's going to fill up very quickly. And we're pacifists, so we're not really going to be able to fight for more land the right way. So I think we'll do this. Yeah, we'll go duck difficulty. I think with 12 nations is going to be okay. We could go large with 18. I'm wondering if it might be a little too big and bulky. So let's do this. I like how quick the load time is. It's really quite good. What level is Duke? So Duke is 7 out of 10. So there's 10 difficulty levels. Earl, which is the normal, is 4th. So Duke is 7th. Are we the Illuminati? Sounds nice. Begin. You know what? Let's just silence the tutorial. We don't need no stinking tutorial. Welcome to Berlin. Kind of coastal here. Goody hut to the right. That's about it. What is this resource? That's barley, which produces grain for us. Okay. Not a really resource-rich area, I have to admit. I bet you these have a lot of spaces for zones, though. All right. I mean, we'll go for it. We could restart, but let's see what we can do. We've got ourselves a scoot. Let's immediately send him over here to this barrel, and then let's figure out what the production for Berlin is going to be. I think so. In the tutorial, they're like, build the farm first. I think what I want is a scout right away, which is funny considering like all the times in Civ, people are like, oh, you got to start with like scout, maybe even 2 scouts right away. I'm like, no, we got to be too worried about barbarians. I think getting a scout right away is going to be really nice for us. Especially if we can't go on offensive war, we need to be able to spot maybe some spots for early settlers, for example. So I think I kind of like this idea. We'll whip this out, and then we'll probably still go into farms and workshops and stuff. But yeah, let's do this next turn. So we're popping this goody hut over here, this resource cache. All right, we've got some sheep there and some grain, some wheat. Now, in terms of early techs, I think one of the things we're looking for is stuff that'll let us exploit the things we spot. And there's probably some generically good things. Also, it actually might be worth getting an early archery so that we can make a decent squad to go and clear these critters around here. Quill isn't a nun. Oh, yeah, maybe we need to boost the hearth. That's the good point. I've got myself distracted already. The grain storage isn't a bad idea either, because I'm pretty sure that we can boost the grain store. Like, we can boost the grain store production with grain, which we will get when we get this barley. And, I mean, we're going to have plenty of grain when we get to this wheat here, but it's a little further away. So I suspect our first expansion will be here for the barley, which will give us grain, which we can use to boost the production of the grain store, which is a great amenity for our capital to grow it faster. So I think it's going to be that. It's barley in reach. Boo, Fotino. Boo. Boo. So I think I like this idea. We aren't going to go with the fermenting immediately, like we did on the Belgium run. Although maybe we do. I hear German people like beer. Turns out every country likes beer, but you know. Animal Hunter. Yeah, no, I'm pretty convinced. I'm going to go with grain storage first. I think I'm pretty pleased with that. Berlin. Yeah, Berlin doesn't have an amenity, and we don't have anything to boost over here. But yeah, we should, I think, boost our feast production because right now it's apocalyptically slow. I think I'm wondering about doing it with food. This takes food away from our global supply, but not our local supply. So Berlin's still going to grow currently. And we can run this for 101 turns. And presumably, well, first of all, when we go and put the feast in the city, we'll generate some food in the city locally as well, and we're going to expand. So I think I like this as well. We could boost it even further with some wealth investment, which I think I like the idea of. So now we're going to get a feast in 6 turns. I like it. What just happened with Silas here? 100 gift subs? And was it matched? Well, I don't know if it's matched 1-to-1. I guess, is it 1 every 5? So Twitch generated a lot more? Holy cow. Thank you. Hey, everyone who's getting a gift sub today, by the way, remember that you can join the Discord. And we have a lot of fun over there. Okay, I think I like this. Next turn. Cash collected. We got, that's food oil, and I can't remember what that other one was. None of these are amenities we can use, but none of those are over here things too. Oh, right, and this wasn't set to infinitude by default. It was just 1 feast, because then it prompts you again, but I'll set it to infinitude. That's going to be fine. No, okay, nothing to do here. That's okay. It's random amount of Twitch subs when gifts are done. Oh. Okay, no other visible goody huts. I gotta admit, I'm not loving this start, but okay. Oh, stew syrup and a food oil. That's what the other one is. All right, another cache over here. So what we'll probably end up doing is automating these scouts pretty quickly because they do go around and pop the goodie huts for us. We could use the scouts to clear some of the critters nearby, but I don't think we have to worry about that because I strongly suspect we're going to grab this territory, and then what we'll probably do is go straight east and then here maybe for this, or the sheep would also be good, but although we could take the sheep, no worries. It's interesting that we get these swarms of birds here. Cash collected. Oh, we got ourselves a plow. Although I don't think we can... No, we can't use the plow yet, but when we do get a farm, we'll be able to do that. All right. Unit idle over here. We get some of this meteor ore. All right. I'm going to go and put you on Auto Explorer. Oh, you're going to go backwards for that? No. I guess the default is to explore near the capital. Perhaps. But let me send you down that way. Because we're about to get another scout over here. We have the overlay for the yields. See, that's always... Same thing with Civ. There's always a big fight for whether or not we show this. Because it is noisy. Although I suppose right now it could be useful in our discussion for where to maybe expand first or something like that. All right. Done. City idle. Still nothing we can add here. I mean, the sooner we build the farm, we do get a little bit of a growth bonus. But I mean, it's not much. It does theoretically accelerate our growth, but only so much over here. And it does give us some food. We could always replace it with something later on. The interesting thing about a dwelling, like we don't need the capacity right now. The dwelling gives us a production boost. I mean, again, a small one. But if we get baskets, we can slot baskets into dwellings, which do give a production bonus. They also give a production bonus in the amenities, which seems to be pretty good. I think I like the idea of an early workshop. Now, again, in theory, the city center itself, we'd love to be filled with just dwellings. And maybe that's something we move over there. I don't think about a third scout. We could set up a spearman. They can also hunt. They've got the icon for it down over here. But yeah, I wonder what our opener is going to be. I mean, we don't have a ton of net food, and obviously our global food is going down. And when the city grows, there will be a demand. But as soon as it grows, it's going to go here, and we're definitely going to plop a farm down on this barley. I think let's go and build a workshop in our home region. No, what? I don't know what I clicked on there to get the Encarta, I think they call it. All right, so yeah, you go north. And you go and do this, and then we'll probably automate you. Okay. You go and be automated. Let's see, interesting. Why are you choosing this path to go there? I guess it's fine. Cash collected. More food in our bank. And there you go. And I'll automate you as well. There you go. And you're going to go to this cache. Perfect. What are these? What's the deal with these pyramids? Oh, is that where the caches were? Oh, that's neat. All right. Grain store granary, which boosts production of farms. So yeah, when we expand that over here, we'll probably do the granary and the farm here. Our next tech, rope does boost some things, so it could be very nice to unlock the rope. It also gives us access to Stonehenge, which is nice, you know, to have a wonder over here. Ceramic shops for the pots boost a fair amount of production. I still like the idea of maybe going archery, and then we can build a wedge and use that to go and clear some critters, and they will do pretty good job. But I think I really like the idea of the rope. And it also gives us the access to a logging camp, which would be pretty helpful to keep the timber stuff up. I don't think we can boost material until we go into the next era and can build that. Yeah, we have a global food storage or shortage. That's okay. The city itself has still got it. We're doing the food shortage right now. Oh, hold on. I think we just got our first feast. We did get our first feast. Let's throw it in there. First of all, that's going to fix our food shortage. Because, yeah, we're using some food over here to feed into the feast production. But then once we consume the feast, then we get some of the food back plus some other benefits. So it's going to help with our growth as well, which is nice, right? Plus 25, not just a 3%. This is a plus 25, like fixed growth bonus, which is substantial. This is more than doubling the growth that we had going on. We'd love a health boost. What's that 40? Oh, it's just really the base value. Okay. All right. Oh, we got ourselves a plow. That'll be great when we do get our first farm. All right, and Berlin has grown. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and grab Dusseldorf, which is going to give us some extra food production by itself, which is nice. But yeah, then we can go and farm the barley as well. Oh, could be a difficulty malice. That's true. This is not an early access game. It came out last week. It's available in normal places. It is also available on the Xbox Game Pass. If you've got the Game Pass subscription, you can play that. All right, next turn. There you go. So this is officially locked in. Indeed, we went from +2 to +3 excess, which is great. We're going to finish the workshop, abso-freaking-lutely. And then after that, we're definitely going to be building a farm on the barley. Yeah. Which will produce the barley. And I guess, yeah, still gives us the plus food from this. I was thinking I was getting confused about the production, but I guess the farms, yeah, they don't produce the food. They just multiply this. So theoretically, when this farm gets produced, we'll get an extra 3 food. Okay, we'll see. We'll probably do an acceleration on that as well. But we're going to get the workshop first. There it is. Crafter is idle, indeed. I mean, maybe the first thing we do here is we build a lithic tool so that we can put it into the supplies for itself and boost it. That's an interesting idea. Build a single lithic tool, but then I definitely want baskets because when we do get another amenity slot, which is going to happen when we grow again, we can put a basket in there. And if we take a look at the basket, as an amenity, you can see it increases city production. Also as a supply. So dwellings can slot in baskets. I don't know what else can slot a basket. Oh, there we go. Dwelling, residence, skyscraper. So no, just the housing option is the only place that can use this. But it does give us more flat production, which production sources we know are kind of rare. But then also as an amenity, it gets production and it gives prosperity, which will give us more tax dollars. So I think I kind of like this idea. I'm going to build a single lithic tool. And then I'm going to do... Well, you know what? I'm going to make 2 baskets. One for the city itself. Although, that constantly gets consumed. So maybe we do want to set this to unlimited. So that we can always have a basket over here. And we need 1 to spare when we build our first dwelling. We'll throw some materials in here. We'll throw some timber in here just to get that lithic tool very quickly. Actually, you know what I might want to do is not queue up the basket yet. The reason is when we finish this lithic tool, we will get prompted that we have an idle crafter. And then hopefully that'll remind us to slot that in. Big brain moment. We also might get a lithic tool from just a random cache too. That's entirely possible. Oh, we got a cache for some fur. Oh, and a lithic tool. See? Well, we may as well still slap it in here. And we've started to produce this lithic tool, so I'm not going to go and reset that production. Although I guess now I don't really need to be reminded to slot the thing in. So I will go ahead and put the basket job in here on Infinitude. And yeah, we'll feed in materials. We'll feed in timber on that as well for the baskets. I think that's going to be okay. All right. So building 1 lithic tool, which currently doesn't have a slot for it, but that's going to be fine. If you put multiple stuff in Crafter, they get crafted in parallel. No, I think they get queued up. What I would love is to be able to queue up 2 infinite jobs and have them constantly alternate. I don't think that happens, though. I think they just get done sequentially. So in that situation, I think the first infinite job wouldn't get done. I might be wrong about that. I suppose that's something we can test. Oh, there we go. We've spotted another cache of supplies. No neighbors yet. No tribes yet. We've researched rope. So the rope also gets made at a workshop, yes? Crafted at Weaver, Tailor, Workshop. Yeah, okay. I wonder if the Weaver and Tailor jobs like work differently, better, use different resources from the workshop. I suspect not. I suspect the Tailor and the workshop. I think it's just whatever you're making, that's what determines what gets fed into it. Well, there we go. And we will be looking to build a lumber mill. So one of the things we're going to want to do is... See, I was going to prioritize expanding over here, but now you know what I'm wondering. Is if our next expansion should actually go here for the wood, especially since we're consuming a lot of timber in our crafting. We could go over here, get a fair amount more timber. We could also load this up with lumber mills as well. Yeah, 2 infinite jobs, we make 2 production buildings. Yeah. And that's the thing. I think in the end, I think we want basically kind of... we want a bunch more workshops than we're running in the last game. Herbalism is quite cool because it will let us get extra health, which is important for the growth of our city. Just building an apothecary gives us city health and knowledge. But then the apothecary will also give us the ability to build herbal medicine, which could be slotted as an amenity for city health as well, which helps with growth. Our amenity slots are mostly going to get used for the food stuff early on, but it's still an idea. We don't actually have tea leaves that we can exploit on the map, so I don't know. I might just grab the archery just for cuz. And yeah, we could just build a wedge. And the nice thing about this is they'll have tons of hit points, so we don't have to worry about it dying to some random animals dying. Be mindful the upgrades to the apothecary doesn't increase health. Oh, that's interesting. Do I have enough money? Yeah, let's go and rush this farm, please. Thank you. There you go. Okay. Dusseldorf isn't actually increasing the amount of food in the city. Right? Because it's getting 3 food per turn, and that's all it is. So this farm here, does it not then? Because I wasn't sure about this back and forth. It's because it's producing the grain good, but there was no alternative. It doesn't say it's one or the other, though. That's 100% region food yield is applied towards harvest production. Oh, okay. Which is fine. I mean, the grain is super mega valuable. Yeah, I can't change it here. There were some screens where there was a place to change, I thought, with the farms. We're going to throw a plow in here. Because why not? And then, I mean, we don't have any grain yet. We don't have any grain yet, but we'll be able to apply it to this last category. We've got 2 syrup. We may as well use the syrup for a couple of rounds of production over here. Why not? Save up some extra cash, which you can use to accelerate some things. If I'm going to make a wedge, I will want 1 spearman. Oh, the other thing we can do is plop out a really quick settler. Huh. It'll be unescorted, but I'm not sure that's a problem right now. Let's go for a really quick settler and see how that feels. Oh, supply your hearth, maybe. Weren't we just checking that? Lithic tool, maybe. So I'm going to go with Arm the Boy and his friends. The happiness booster production, which I want right now. The security hit right now lowers our force strength for a little bit, which is so not a problem. At this stage in the game, it'll give us jewelry and ceramic pots, which is great. Yep, there you go. Lithic tool. Thank you. I had checked down here for things, and we do have our first grain. Perfect. We'll throw it in there for more feast production. That's going to be great. But yeah, I forgot about the supplies part of it. And yeah, over here, we're all in good shape with things. Okay, good. Wonderful. Go produce, produce, produce. We're breaking even on timber. Yeah, which I guess is going to be fine. But yeah, I am wondering about expanding here next. Even though I kind of like the idea of going here and here for more grain production, although I guess we're kind of okay on it, or here and here. But getting a big timber spot and putting down a bunch of logging camps, I think would be very good. Oh, we got our first Paragon available. I actually don't know. I guess Paragon generation is like a percentage chance, but I don't really know what's involved in that. Well, we've got the very popular Thag. Everyone loves Thag. He is cool. 10% production, build production in all cities is great over here. Yeah, that's, I think, Thag we like for the chief advisor position. Zufu over here, I gotta admit, this chief advisor is kind of cool too. I mean, it's only 5%. It's each city, but it'd still be useful. And then we move him to, I don't know what. Thutmose, craft production or capital is kind of decent. Yeah, I do quite like this, especially we're getting an extra settler. Growth is good. I do like Thag. He's just so very interesting. Actually, we could even run Zufu as a domestic advisor. We could change him, too. I think it takes a turn to like move them from one roll to another. +3 strength's a lot. I think our scouts only have a strength of 5. But I think we're going to go with this. Oh, we met someone. Who dis? Byzantium. Empress. Irene Sarantapekena. All right, currently at neutral. Well met. Another religious nut. Yeah, there might be some conflict there. Also, I don't like that you just expanded over here. That is really not great. I do have enough gold to accelerate our own settler, though. Okay. You know, our pacifism... We're going to do a classic quill thing. Snoopy, hey, thanks for the 10 gift subs. Thank you so much. What a crazy day this has been. Animal husbandry. If we do want to work the... Oh, sheep's not on the list. I wonder if we can already... Oh, no, there it is. Domestic sheep. I think we should probably pick this up, because we will want to work this sheep. Yeah, I like that. All right, we got ourselves another claim. I think what I have to do is expand over here just for the timber production. I think we have to do that. All right, city idle. What we're going to do is, yeah, we're going to build up a wedge here. So we're going to spearman, archer, archer. And have enough units to build ourselves a big, beefy wedge. 10% weaker outside your territory just means you need 10% more units. All right, settler. So if we zoom out and go into settle mode, we get this. Oh my God. They're like, why don't you settle right here? I'm like, I see what you're saying, my dude. I guess we could do that and we could just raise this city. I'm also suggesting this is a pretty good spot, but I think Berlin will expand over there. We've got nothing else like super blue highlighted. But honestly, like settling over here seems actually kind of decent. You know, two food, lots of timber over here. Not super food rich, but it does get us more flowers. Yeah, we get some meteoroids over here, which is kind of neat. But we need stone pits, which comes with the next era anyway. Do we just forward settle and then burn this freaking down? We're working on our wedge. You know what? Our pacifism might just mean a really early war. I'm got a goddamn stereotype of myself, aren't I? All right, nation rankings. Well, we're going to be pretty much near the bottom, especially since the AI is getting a boost. Actually, we're kind of mid-tier. And, oh, one of the other things, with more people, there's 4 slots for forgettable over here. 4 nations are going to get culled when we move to the next act. This is the wafer-thin war. She started it by forward settling. All right, we got a spearman. I'm not going to play the spearman by itself. We're waiting for a full wedge. We're going to call it Antilles. Snoopy! Snoopy, thanks for the bits. And Snoopy says, Quillitine is literally Gandhi from Civ. I don't think there's any nukes in this game. No, we're going to show them our peaceful ways by force is what's going to happen. You know, we could pop like a watchtower in the city zone over here. And yeah, unfortunately, I don't have the stone camp yet. We could just immediately start with a dwelling, which we're going to want. Get a feast running over here. And in the city center, you could do jewelry, but we don't have... Oh, I have a little precious metal. Although, that was just from a cache. We don't actually have a precious metal production. I think what we're going to do is join in the make feast thing. Using extra food, which we do have some excess over here. We'll use some spices until we run out. And I'm not going to put the wealth in right now because I want to make sure to accelerate the other archer a little bit more.